Okay, so today we'll quickly go through the cardiomyocyte action potential and how it unfolds. Okay, so first thing first, let's first draw the action potential curve. So we know on the y-axis we have membrane potential, which is in millivolts. And let's say it starts with minus 80, minus 40, 0, and goes to 20. So let's first draw the action potential curve. So this is the resting phase, and then the potential, it starts to depolarize up to a certain limit, and then it drops, and then it plateaus before finally going down again to resting phase. Now there are like different phases, as you can see here. So this first phase, when the membrane potential is increasing and going up, it's phase 0, and then this one is phase 1, then this is phase 2, this going down is phase 3, and then finally phase 4 at the resting phase. Now what happens at the at phase 0? So phase 0, when the membrane is at let's change the color here. Okay, so when the membrane is at the resting potential, like when there is no action potential, no channels are open. But when a signal comes, the sodium channels open, so sodium ions start coming in. Okay, and when the sodium ions start coming in, as we know, like I can quickly draw it here. So imagine, so the membrane is usually negatively charged from inside, and this is the sodium channel, and when the sodium starts coming in, it basically neutralizes the negative charge inside, and the membrane is no more polarized. So the polarization of the membrane is neutralized. So that's why this portion that we are going up here, this one, this portion, this is we call as the depolarization phase. Now, and this time, when it goes to there, the potassium ions transporters open, ion channels open, and the effect of potassium is not like sodium, because the potassium in contrast to sodium would start going outside. So as you can see here, that when this in this membrane, if you see, like this is the potassium channel, so now this positive ion is going out, so which means that there is again a polarity is being established. So that's why the membrane potential will decrease, but it's in the way to decreasing when another ion channel opens, and this time let's change the color. Let's say it's red. And this time it is calcium. So calcium ions. Now calcium would start coming in. Okay, so they will start neutralizing the effect of potassium going out. So that's why instead of going down, because the calcium is now neutralizing the effect of potassium going out, and calcium is coming in, so there is a plateau. So this phase 2 is because calcium is now working and the calcium is coming in. Until this point, the calcium ion is open, calcium channels, and then the calcium channels will stop. The only channel open at this phase 3 is potassium channels, which are going out in this phase. This is this. So now when the potassium is still functional and it keeping the positive ions going out constantly. Obviously, the number of positive charge inside will keep on reducing, and then obviously the membrane potential will decrease, and it comes down to the resting potential again. So when it comes down to the resting potential, then it is called phase 4. After some times, when this phase is over and a new action potential comes, a new signal is generated, it will start increasing up again, and then the same cycle will continue. So this is all about the cardiomyocyte action potential. As you can see, there are a quick reminder, there are like 5 different phases: phase 0, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4. In phase 1, sodium ions channels open and the action potential increases until the potassium ions channel opened in phase 2, and the membrane potential start decreasing. But after some time, the calcium channel opens as well, and they also start coming in, whereas they are neutralizing the effect of potassium. So that's why this plateau occurs in phase 2. And then after some times, when the calcium ion channels closed, the only channels open in the phase 3 is the potassium channel. So that causes the repolarization. That means that the polarity is being established again. So this is called the repolarization. And this is called, when going up, this phase is called depolarization. Okay, so I think that's very clear. Sorry, there is a lot of drawing on the screen now, but I hope you got the idea and you got the concept. Thank you very much for listening.